be able to see me yet, so there we go. All right. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning.
Why are we why are why are we right here?
Oh, well, I've watched some of these video clips you've put together, and my head is 10 times the size of yours. I can't figure out why. So I'm just trying to make some adjustments here so I could be, somewhat normal.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. This is the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. I am Barrett Gruber, host of the All About Nothing podcast with Zach King. You can follow me on social media at Barrett Gruber. I'm also joined by my host, Bill Kimler, host of Black, White, and Blue in the South as well, with Dr. Jamil Brooks. You can follow him at politicalbillsc. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah. Do you have we saw each other Saturday. Do you have a good, pleasant weekend after that?
Hey, it was a delightful Saturday meeting up with you and Ami. She conducted a phenomenal interview, I thought.
It was really good. I when I got home, because I had nothing else to do, I went ahead and put together. I took the audio and video and matched them up, and then delivered those to her via the interwebs. And so that episode will come out in early April. I don't know if she's shared any of what she's done so far with you, but I haven't
No,
seen what she's done. But I watched through. I lived through it the first time, and then I watched through it again as I was matching the audio and video together, because you know I like I said, I have nothing else better to do, so that's what I did. But it was a really good interview. You were funny, and
oh, Ami was funny. She's got a very dry sense of humor that,
yeah,
you don't notice it immediately, but she can roll with you with the best of them.
yeah, yeah. I did you know that she was who our did you ever hear her referred to as the corrector for the All About Nothing?
Yeah, it brought up some memories from the early days of listening to you. So I put two and two together. I
Yeah,
hadn't thought about it, but yeah, she is the corrector, fact checker.
yeah. That was a lot of you know I don't even remember. I think it was mostly Trent that she was probably correcting. That was who got corrected the most. But
The only thing I'm taking away from that interview is that she led me down a line of questioning, which would likely end up with me in incarceration. So I'm looking forward to that episode coming out.
there
And
was
it
there
was nice speaking with you. You're gonna have to look for a new Tuesday, Thursday host because I don't know if they'll allow me from behind bars to conduct these sessions with you.
Well, it depends, good behavior and whatnot. They could give you
Oh,
could
I don't plan on good behavior.
somebody
That's not my
somebody.
nature.
I was gonna
Nope.
say somebody through visitation could slip you a phone, in your cell. I don't know how the phone gets there. Actually, I've seen plenty of
Yeah,
television and movies. I know exactly how it gets
yeah.
there. Did you send out a congratulatory note to the president of the United States for once again, third year in a row, winning his club championship golf tournament this weekend while the South was
It's
ravaged
quite
by
amazing.
storms?
It is quite amazing.
I am
I
amazed.
put it this way: I couldn't do it.
No,
I couldn't win a putt golf tournament. I got to be impressed by a guy who wins a tournament at a club that he owns. Because A, I don't own any clubs, and B, I would never win a tournament at them. So yeah, hats off to the guy.
and selects who it is that plays in the tournament. It's an invitational, so he gets the pick of the lot.
Him and Kim Jong Un.
Man,
Both of them are top of the sports in their respective countries. It's
that's
quite impressive.
that's what gets reported. That
Yeah,
yeah, it's such a weird scenario. Uh, that I did see that Donald Trump now has taken
well, let's go back
a
to that golf thing.
oh,
Do
okay.
you think he's being serious or do you think he's being sarcastic and is just poking at those who think he's being serious?
That wow. You
If you really
know,
had to sit and think about it, which do you think it is? And it's not an easy call. I think his
I
supporters will say, oh, that's just him being him and he's doing it to troll you.
yeah.
But then you line that up next to everything else he said, you have to wonder, does he think he's serious?
He definitely stands up there on stage and accepts the award that he gives to himself. Uh and and it's a whole shebang. It's there is, they have the reporters in there taking the photographs. He stands up there and gives a speech about, how great a golf player he is. He does all of these things, and I think I think that he takes it pretty seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that he believes that the public should be honored that such a great golf player is the president of the United States. Like that, I think that's how he lines those things up. He's not a president that plays golf well. He is a great golfer that is president of the United States. Like those are the priorities.
Well, he had said in an interview recently about the claim that he made on the campaign trail that he would end the war in Ukraine on day one. Like that's a verifiable claim. People have played that clip a million times. So now he's saying he was being sarcastic when he made that claim. So now you have to wonder, does everything he say, whether he won a golf tournament, whether he's going to bring prices down, whether he's going to do this or that, is it all just sarcasm? Or does it become sarcasm if it doesn't happen based upon his initial promise?
That's not really okay. So,
You're right. Sarcasm has a very loose definition in his world.
yeah, there's not that's not a that's not sarcasm. That's like if I were to say, I turned 46 yesterday, and I celebrated with I celebrated with everyone I could have possibly wanted to celebrate my birthday with yesterday.
Including Stormy Daniels? Did you
Well,
two yuck it
so
up?
so including Stormy Daniels would move it into the lie category. But depending on how I deliver it and such, that would be more like sarcasm.
It's kind of like Alanis Morissette's definition of ironic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just got it wrong.
Somebody in the comments asked, do we know what Trump's score was from this weekend? And I can't actually find I can't find in any of the reporting what the score was.
I think, and I don't know golf all that well, but I think it was -30 is what he scored.
He had to take so few swings that he actually swung backwards, or his swings were backwards, and the ball magically flew towards the hole.
Well, you have to imagine, because now isn't Tiger Woods dating one of his daughters?
Oh my gosh, really?
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know all of Trump's kids, but there's one of them. I don't know if it was a daughter or granddaughter, but Tiger Woods has a relationship with a female Trump. If you do a quick Google search on it, you'll find it. But that just came out last week.
I was gonna say the only daughter I can think of that would be possible with would be Tiffany.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but maybe it's
pause the show. Go Google search it, and it's now important to know what it is.
I'm gonna look it up while you do filler.
Yeah, Tiger Woods is dating blah, which would explain a lot, because didn't Tiger Woods get a Medal of Freedom or something from Trump?
Well,
which you get if you date a Trump, right? If you date a Trump, you are awarded a Medal of Honor, the highest citizen award in the land. It makes perfect sense.
Here you go. Can you hear the audio?
No.
Okay,
no audio.
So it's Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. That's who.
Oh,
that's who
okay,
Tiger
okay.
Woods is dating.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. So how would you look at that? Donald Trump's.
Wait a minute. I thought his ex-wife was Kimberly Guilfoyle, or that's an ex-girlfriend.
That was his ex-fiance. Yeah, he was engaged to her, and then he got caught cheating on her with some socialite in Florida. So in order to try and cover that up and make Guilfoyle feel good about it and not ream him on Fox News, Trump made her the ambassador to Greece and sent her to Greece.
Of course.
But yeah, I wonder how you look at that. Is if you are someone that gets out from underneath the Trump umbrella, does that mean that you have done well and you should brag about it? So
are you out from underneath? I don't know if that's the case here.
I don't think any of us are out from underneath the Trump umbrella.
I'm talking about even the ex-wives. I think they're very much still within that umbrella.
Well, yeah. I mean, Trump had his one ex-wife. Well, who
Listen,
was it?
she's been intimate
Oh
with Donald Trump
gosh.
Jr. I mean, you just think about that.
Could
They
you?
have been intimate.
What would the what
She
is
is
the
permanently defiled.
what, what is the what how much do you think it costs dry cleaning to get cocaine out of all of your garments? Like it just yeah,
That's a community violation.
yeah, cocaine and garments. Tag me. uh but I mean, because you got to figure you date Donald Trump Jr. You have to live in that South Florida world, right? It's not a. I don't know that it's an option. Allegedly, that's not going to keep me out of the political um, prisons and wherever it is that they're going to wind up putting us
Yeah,
one day.
Donald Trump Jr. was definitely the lesser abled version of Scarface. Just-
Say hello to my impy friend. Yeah. Well,
In fact, that's how he spoke to his ex-wife.
my limpy friend. Well,
My little
maybe
friend.
maybe that's what the cocaine's for. I don't know. I've
Well, hey,
never
good for
never done that
Tiger.
before.
Let's good for him.
Yeah, Tiger.
Working his way up the ladder.
He wasn't at one point. He was the most influential sports figure in the world. Like it was him.
Yeah.
I can remember like in high school that when he was like coming up and the whole world was just exploding with it was Tiger Woods he got the Nike contract, he got the Gatorade contract, everything was just Tiger Woods. And I then he had, I guess he fell off, he got into a car accident or a couple of car accidents. There was the whole thing with his ex-wife and the kids and whatnot, and he just fell off. But yeah, maybe this is his rise to power again at the age of 50
Well, look
or 80.
back in history at some of the other, I would say, comparable athletes. Muhammad Ali, for example, uh, just none like him before or since, ruled the world. But his final years of professional boxing were really sad. If you
Yeah,
watch the story of his life, he played well past his prime, was losing to people he never would have lost to, and it just ended ignominiously. But he turned that around and became an icon in other realms, in terms of civil rights and speaking out and leading nonprofits, and then eventually, what was it, Parkinson's?
yeah,
That he became an advocate for research, and he became a beloved figure post professional sport career. Tiger Woods hasn't gotten to that level yet. He is just a post athlete that has not found any type of second career as an inspirational figure aside from dating an ex Trump.
yeah.
That's, and getting a Medal of Freedom for that. I don't know.
Well, I think that raises the question then: what deadly
And I'm not saying he
disease?
has to. He's not
I
obligated to.
was going to say, was what deadly disease does Tiger Woods have to get and become an advocate for in order to redeem his life? I don't know that he needs redemption.
Are we now searching for ideas to send to him?
That's what I'm thinking. If you could
I mean,
inject
hey, we
yourself
were
with a
looking for a new syphilis advocate,
well,
or
we've got our syphilis advocate. He's president of the United States,
oh,
man.
okay, that's taken.
Yeah.
What's left? Chlamydia,
Oh well,
irritable bowel syndrome.
which one?
There's so many needy causes out there.
Which one is the clap? Is that chlamydia, or is the clap something different?
Crabs. He can take
Oh, is
crabs.
clap? Is it okay? I didn't know. For Tiger Woods, let's because Magic Johnson was AIDS, HIV and AIDS. That was his big thing, and then he was cured. Um, Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS was his. I don't know. As a joke, I think that it's funny and it's dark humor and things like that. But the idea of someone actually, getting something like that and then watching the decline is the humanity in me tries to beat down the comedy. It's like no, you should really feel bad
No,
for
we're
him.
not saying he has to catch any of those. We're just saying he has to advocate. My
Advocate. Okay.
gosh.
Well, then let's make Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is one of the wealthiest sports athletes in the world. Let's put him in charge of let's make him an advocate for Parkinson's. Parkinson's is the one that is absolutely curable. That if they single out the gene that is being affected by whatever virus it is, they single that out, Parkinson's is cured. I mean that is, I'm not a doctor, I'm not anybody,
No. No. Tell me it ain't so, Dr. Gruber.
you don't see all my doctor medals on the wall. But I'm just saying, but it's the same as like cancer. Like cancer is caused by viruses. If they can single down to whatever it is whatever gene it is that's
Well,
affected
let's
by
hold on.
those
Before you're starting to
viruses.
give out biological knowledge here, are you
I'm
sure that all cancers are caused by viruses?
Yeah, they're pretty sure that cancers are all caused by virus.
Like,
That
I
all
thought you
cancers
could
are.
catch cancer from smoking. Let's say you get lung
Sure.
cancer. Is there a virus involved from
Well,
that? Or
so
radiation? Let's say you're exposed to nuclear leakage and you develop brain cancer from that. Is there a virus involved? I don't know.
so
I don't think so.
it's the disease that actually allows for the mutation and changing of the cells that is the cancer. So yes, you cut out if you cut out smoking, then you cut out you eliminate the possibility of the lung disease, and then then cancer, your cells can't be manipulated. But this is all purely based on reading and documentaries and watching
Okay.
medical shows
I
and
gotta
things
say, I
like
don't
that.
know. So I'm very curious.
But the belief is that most cancers are caused by some sort of a virus that actually manipulates the cell. It's kind of like with the coronavirus, the C1N15, whatever. Um, that it for if it truly, it had a way of manipulating itself, or it mutated itself in order to accommodate for moving from one body to the next and things like that. But yeah, viruses, the HPV virus is the one that causes throat cancer. They know that's why they have a vaccine for the whatever it is I just said. What did I say?
HPV,
HPV. Yeah.
human papilloma virus, something like
Yeah,
that.
but that one's the one that causes throat cancer. And by making sure that children, or teenagers get the vaccine, it's cut down on the number of people that get that have contract or have developed that throat cancer. So
Hey, how are we
anyway,
doing with the script that you prepared today?
I didn't
Did
have
you have Tiger Woods and cancer on the topic
no,
list that
no,
you've checked
no,
off? No.
no. I thought this was going to be a pretty upbeat show, so I thought we'd continue with the cancer stuff. I,
Hey,
I
at least we've dropped more factual knowledge than Dr. Oz ever would in the same time period.
more
So
speculative,
congratulations.
factual knowledge. Yeah. No, I think one of the things I did want to talk about. So the only thing I really had on my calendar for today was, can a president go back and revoke the pardons of a previous president?
Oh.
So Donald Trump claimed over the weekend in a post on Truth Social that Biden's last minute pardons were are void because he used what is called an auto pen. And I don't know what exactly an auto pen is, but the way that somebody made it sound was that it was legitimately a machine that somehow was trained to do Joe Biden's signature. So a pen would be in this machine, and it would basically just manipulate the pen to write his signature. And so this was his claim, because apparently, I guess someone went online and they found all of the documents, all of the pardons that Biden had signed, and they from that they deciphered that the signature on those documents that they found online, again, the online part is the key, that they were they were not his signature. They were a computer generated signature on these documents, making them void. The problem is that for all of the pardons that he issued last minute before Trump and Melania visited the White House, there's photographic evidence of him signing every single one of the pardons just minutes before they arrived. Like like in my head, I almost picture like a Mission Impossible situation where they're trying to get Biden to write it quickly. Um, so, you know, eh, so the online part, basically, whoever it was that was investigating this for the current White House administration, um, they found these documents online. They made this determination because the signatures looked graphic, they look computer graphically generated, that they must be null and void because of this. Well, the documents that are stored online and visible to the public, yes, do not have Joe Biden's actual signature on it. They are a graphic representation of his signature because they're online. But the actual pardons that were signed by him physically and not whatever the hell an auto pen is are not the ones online are not his signature. The actual hardcover archive, they are his signature because there's photographic evidence of it. The press
Well,
was allowed
Trump's
in.
about to be in for a surprise as he approaches the end of his term and he starts issuing his pardons. He's going to discover the rule that says a convicted felon cannot issue pardons for other felons.
Oh, I did not know that.
That was completely made up, but it sounds like it ought to be a law, right? It sounds like that ought to be the case. Like, why should you allow a convicted felon to pardon other convicted felons?
I go back to the fact that, if let's say Donald Trump was trying to get a job as a janitor at an elementary school, Donald Trump could not be hired as a janitor at an elementary school because he has 34 felony convictions.
Well, that and because he also likes walking in on girls' bathrooms and changing rooms.
Well,
So there's that problem as well.
Admittedly,
Yeah.
he full
Those are
on.
his words.
Yep, those were his words. We have all heard them, whether you want to believe it or not. It did happen. Uh, I don't know. I feel like there's so many things that the limitation of being a convicted felon would have, and yet here we are. The fact that you can be a convicted felon and still be president of the United States is one of those ones that's
Well,
going
more
to.
impressive is that he was a convicted felon and won that golf tournament. I mean, how often has that happened?
You know what? That's a good question. I wonder how many golf tournaments have been won by convicted golf felons. I mean, convicted felons.
No,
It
I
was
want to.
all
I want to
over
explore
Trump.
what is a convicted golf felon.
Yeah. I bet ChatGPT can help me out with this.
Did they shoot holes in 1 to 5 years? I mean, is that
That's right.
is that how that works?
For they get a mulligan and potentially not be in jail anymore.
3 to 5 under par.
How many golf champions have been convicted felons? So we'll see if ChatGPT has any information.
I tell you, I'm a technology guy. I've been in the technology world, gosh, since I was a kid on the Commodore 64. Learning to program machine language.
Yeah.
I've programmed in databases and Python and in Java, and I've done some advanced things. This whole Chat GPT thing, I think, is interesting. But probably the most fascinating part that I have no idea how it works is its image generator. Have you tried that out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I can understand the text responses because it's learning a language model and it's just basically slapping together from a really advanced algorithm that I actually understand a little bit about. I get that. The image generation, though, I can put in any random set of words together and it will put together a pretty damn good painting of that.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea how that works. That is magic to me.
That is one of the fears of will this AI world end the creative human, will it put an end to artists and things like that? Because I've done it with music. I've used Chat GPT to write a song and then give it a specific genre or style to that song, and then it comes through with an artist, and it'll even ask me, do you want it to be a man's voice or a woman's voice? Do you want it to be a low, a low like Trace Adkins voice, or do you want it to be, a higher pitched?
Now, what has you doing that?
Oh, just for fun. When
Okay.
back in like 2021, we when Trent and Zach and I were in the studio, we just tried it out one time. We were spitting lyrics based on what it was putting out there.
Oh
So
yeah, I remember that.
so to answer your question, there are very few, if any, major golf champions who have ever been convicted felons. There are some few notable golfers with legal issues. John Daly struggled with alcohol-related incidents and suspensions, but has not been convicted of a felony. Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI in 2017, but pled guilty to reckless driving, which is a misdemeanor. And Angel Cabrera, in 2009 Masters and 2007 U.S. Open champion, was convicted of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Argentina and sentenced to prison in 2021. While serious, his convictions were for assault and not felonies under U.S. law.
So this shows you the limitation of ChatGPT because it missed the answer.
Yeah.
Like it missed Trump winning a golf tournament, who is a convicted felon. It did not list that.
So it can't recognize Trump's club championship as an actual championship.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because it's not a tour.
Yeah,
a recognized tour. Okay.
Yeah, it's not one that, and it's invitational only, because you have to set the scales.
So did he win it because he was the only one invited to it?
I think he won it just because at the end of the day, it's his championship, and he's won it every year that he's had it. So,
Fascinating.
In this case, I think the ends justify the means. Just I don't know. My throat is doing what yours is doing. So I don't know. This is the life we live now. It's I don't know that there's any way of getting out of it, but I guess if we figure out a way, we'll figure it out. The episode that you and me recorded this weekend was fantastic, and I look forward to it being released, because I think that you all had a great conversation, and I look forward to the part 2, where you are disclosing what life is like as a white
convicted felon winning a golf tournament. Yes, I plan to follow in the great one's footsteps.
Will you let me know when you receive the invite for the next club championship at the Trump International Golf Resort?
Yeah, they have a dress code. You have to wear the orange jumpsuits while you shoot, and while you putt, and chains around the feet and all that stuff. So it really does pose a challenge and requires some serious skills.
Sure. Yeah. Well, do you have anything else that you wanted to discuss before we hit?
No, I just need to go back into the infirmary.
There you go. It's been too much.
This is rough.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Big thanks to everybody tuning in. Don't forget to follow me at Barrett Gruber and Bill at politicalbillsc. You can catch us live every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 a.m. Eastern, because apparently we don't believe in sleeping in. Thank you very much, Bill. Everybody, you all stay safe, be kind, keep your hands to yourself, and congratulations, Mr. Trump, on your club championship victory. That's terrific. Oh man, my throat started to kick in right at the end.
Yeah.